The sun is bright and blinding, searing through Kaori's windows. I groan, blinking rapidly, and check the time on my cell phone. My fingers brush it, and it slips from my grasp, plopping loudly onto the floor. I groan through my teeth. Really? Guess this means I should get up anyway. Reluctantly, I tiptoe out of bed, careful not to wake Kaori. I remember from our physical education class that mornings are not her favorite. Still half asleep, I open the nearest drawer and search for some clothes. I pull out a blouse and a skirt. Wait a minute. Glancing down, I notice I'd accidentally opened one of Kaori's drawers. Shoot, I better close this before she notices. I carefully fold the clothes and put them back in the drawer, when something colorful underneath the blouses catches my eye. Gently peeling back the clothes, I discover that something colorful is wrapping paper. Anxiety curls in my gut. No way. Horror washes over me. We promised each other no gifts! What am I going to do? I need to get Kaori something for Christmas. But what? Kaori snuffles in her sleep. I freeze. Don't wake up. Don't wake up. She sighs and rolls over, facing the other way. I have to get out of here now. Doing my best to move as quickly and silently as possible, I throw on some clothes. Then, I tiptoe out of the room, not with a hyphen this time for some reason, and shut the door softly behind me. When I make it downstairs, I find one of Kaori's sisters in the kitchen. Why do sisters have an apostrophe? She spots me and perks up.
Good morning.
Hey, morning. Okay, time to think of a plan. Grabbing my phone, I start searching for a nearby mall. It looks like there is one not too far from here, but I don't have my bike. Maybe I could call a taxi?
Ooh, do you need to do some shopping?
How? Were you looking over my shoulder? Whoa! I flinch, almost dropping my phone. Naomi blinks and then giggles. Had she been leaning over my shoulder the whole time? Okay, she was over my shoulder. Yeah. I need to grab some last-minute things.
Well, I'm going to the mall soon if you want to join me.
That'd be great. Last-minute shopping, you're a lifesaver. That'd be great. I let out a deep sigh of relief. Really? That would be awesome.
No problem. So,
Her face just...
last-minute shopping for you too? Did you forget to buy something for someone important?
That was weird. Her face lingered for a moment when all like the faded or the translucent black was gone, and now her head's not there. But yes, to answer your question, Naomi, yes, I did. Anxiety twisted my stomach all over again. She must have noticed the worried look on my face because she laughs.
Oh no, you didn't, did you?
We promised each other no gifts! Naomi lifts a perfectly shaped eyebrow.
You do realize that's not a real thing, right?
Then why did we promise? Dang it, Nikki. Why did she always have to be right? Naomi giggles.
Don't worry, I won't say anything to Kaori.
I let out a breath of relief. Thanks. She nods.
Let's get going.
Cool. She grabs a set of car keys and throws her purse over her shoulder. I slip my shoes and coat on and follow her out of the door. When we arrive at the mall, I realize I've made a terrible mistake. Do I not have my wallet? What mistake did I make? The place is crawling with people. Christmas decorations light up the shops. There's a huge line of kids cutting through the center of the mall, waiting in line to see someone dressed up as Santa. Dressed up as Santa? What, this mall couldn't afford the real Santa? Apparently, we weren't the only ones who needed to get some last-minute shopping in.
Well, I'll see you later then.
How last minute is this? Like, what's the date? Is this the 24th? What?
You don't expect me to shop for your gift right in front of you, do you?
You're buying a present for me? That is a very good point. She must have noticed the gears turning in my head because she laughs again.
Don't worry. When I get back, I'll make sure your gift for Kaori is good.
I nod. Thanks. She waves and then turns away. Now what? I glance around at the myriad of stores. Their storefronts light up with stringed lights, and bold posters advertise all of their sales, luring in customers. It's all a bit overwhelming, and I feel myself unconsciously dig out my phone. Subconsciously, I would say. Also, I wonder if we're gonna run into anyone else during our time here, you know? Like anyone from Ace Academy. I could use some advice from someone who already has a girlfriend. Oh, hey! Speaking of, never mind, I didn't know that was... After dialing the number, the phone only rings a few times before I hear his voice on the other end.
Brosif, what's up?
Yeah, So, I need your help.
Huh? Whoa, what's wrong?
Kaori and I agreed not to get each other presents for Christmas, but when I woke up this morning, I saw that she had already gotten me something. Sho laughs.
Oh man, classic no gift, but you actually got a gift. You've been bamboozled!
I've been so bamboozled, Sho! What? That's a classic?
Of course! Everyone knows that when a girl says no presents, she actually means yes presents, but in secret.
Of course. Everyone seems to know except me. Uh-huh. So, what should I get her? I need ideas.
Good thing you called me. Whenever I struggle with thinking of gift ideas, I always go with this tried and true present.
It's gonna be great coming from Sho.
Everyone loves it without fail.
Okay, this sounds promising. And what is it? He pauses, taking a deep breath.
Dongos.
My temple throbs with annoyance. No.
Da,
Sho!
da.
Don't you finish that thought! A lengthy pause. Finally, I hear Sho take in a deep breath.
Dongo!
Yeah, I'm hanging up now. Sho cracks up on the other line.
Sorry, Brosif, but it's always about the dongos.
I sighed, defeated. I should have known better than to ask Sho. I mean, in Ace Academy, I helped him find a present. Really, then what did you get Mayu?
Oh, I got her a necklace.
Why didn't you start with that?
Of dongos.
Why did I call you again?
Okay. Well, if dongos aren't what you're looking for, which is insane, I might add, then maybe you should get her jewelry or clothes or something.
I feel like I knew what dongos were, but I don't remember what they are now. I'm thinking of it as a kind of food. Is that wrong? Am I like crazy? I'm gonna Google it, and while I do that, I'm gonna talk to you guys so that future me doesn't have to edit this part out of the video. So I guess just my thoughts so far on the game. This has been really fun. I'm really enjoying myself so far. They have not done a great job of being any more grammatically correct than usual. There are a lot of mistakes in the text, but I think that the voice acting has been pretty solid for the most part. Okay, Dongo is a treat. Yeah. Cool, I did it. I remember correctly. But I do like the new visuals. Not that I dislike the Ace Academy ones, but after having played Crystal Lane and gotten used to that, I do like these visuals. It's cool to see the characters I came to like from Ace Academy back again. And Kaori's best girl, come on. Alright. That's actually not a bad idea.
I know. I'm full of those.
Bad ideas? Thanks, Sho.
No problem, Brosif. Let me know how it goes.
I will. After we hang up, I feel newly rejuvenated. I think I saw a sign for a jewelry store when I came in here. I look around and then noticed a sign with a giant picture of a diamond on it. How much money do I have? I weave my way through the crowd. When I get to the store, I notice there are a few other guys in here too, probably for the same reason I'm here. On one wall, there are glittering necklaces, and on the other, I see some nice-looking rings behind a glass case. I wander around the store, taking it all in. The sparkles distract me, and I feel completely lost among them. Behind the rings, I see a case of watches. It couldn't hurt to take a look there, right? I begin to make my way over, but as I cross through the ring section, a young saleswoman approaches me. She has long black hair and a gentle smile. She gestures to the glass case.
Hello, sir. Are you looking to get engaged?
Not immediately. It's a little too early for that. Nice try, but I'm taken. Just looking around. It's a little too early for that, I'll say, yeah. What? Marriage? My heart rate kicks up. Oh no, not yet. I feel the blush heat my cheeks. My hands wave about in panic. I mean, I'm too young to get married right now. Not that I would be opposed to getting married to her someday, but the girl laughs.
It's okay, sir. You don't have to explain yourself.
It was a little over the top. I let out a sigh of relief. That gave me more anxiety than it should have. I agree. The salesgirl smiles and nods.
Of course, sir. Perhaps I can interest you in a selection of our promissory rings then.
I blink. A promissory ring? What's that? Her smile broadens, clearly pleased by my interest.
Oh, they're very common among young couples. If marriage is a bit too soon or the timing isn't quite right, a promissory ring is a great alternative. It's a way for couples to make a promise to each other. What that promise may be is very personal and varies among relationships. But at the core of it, a promissory ring is, well, a promise of devotion.
She gets so into it at the end there.
Over here we have...
As she begins to lead me away, a man's voice calls out from the back of the store. The store owner motions her to come over.
Be right there.
Looking slightly annoyed, she politely excuses herself and turns away. That sounded interesting, but it's not exactly what I want to get Kaori for Christmas. I continue looking around when I spot Naomi coming my way.
So, did you buy something yet?
Not yet. You're back already? That was fast. She winks.
I already knew the perfect gift.
You don't even know me. Putting a hand on her hip, she looks around.
This is a good place to start. What were you thinking of getting my little sister?
Don't know. A necklace, I guess. Necklace, earrings, bracelet, a watch, a dress. Classic pairing, flowers and chocolate. Okay, if that were the case, why would I be in here? I don't know. Honestly, I feel like Kaori is more of a bracelet girl. You know? Maybe I'm wrong in that, but I'll say a bracelet. I was thinking of a bracelet.
Oh, which one?
The elegant one. The friendship is magic one. Is that actually intentionally a My Little Pony reference? Is it? Because that's amusing. And if I'm being honest, if her room is any indication, she would probably like the friendship is magic one. The issue is that I wouldn't want the wrong signal to come across, like I'm friend zoning her or something, you know? But I feel like elegance just isn't really Kaori's thing. Not to say that she can't enjoy it on occasion, but just like in general, I don't think elegance is just her style. So I'm gonna go with friendship is magic one. These! I show her 2 thin silver bracelets. They each have half of a broken heart dangling from it. One heart says best and the other says friend. Naomi raises an eyebrow.
Really? Best friend?
Hey, you know what? Married couples should be best friends. You know? I know I just talked about the friend zoning thing, but I'm gonna clear up right now that saying someone's your best friend doesn't necessitate that it's only that. Yeah.
Did you just friend zone your girlfriend?
No, and if you were listening to me, I just explained it in person, not main character. What? No. She's my best friend too. I'm positive she'll understand. She looks unsure, but doesn't try to stop me. The saleswoman wraps the present up for me after it is paid for.
Have a nice day.
Thanks. I mean, hopefully she
Ready to
understands. Yeah, let's head back. I honestly thought the whole present thing was going to be a much bigger ordeal than this. I thought it was going to take up a lot more time in the game. We make our way back into the parking lot. The drive home is pretty smooth. Naomi tells me a bit more about what she does for a living on the way back. It's cool to learn more about her. By the time we're back, Kaori is standing in the living room.
Oh, there you are.
She cocks her head and crosses her arms.
Where did you go?
Her eyes snap to the shopping bag in my hand. My stomach drops. I can't tell her I had to go out and buy her something. I have to get out of this somehow. Well?
Kaori!
Kaori flinches in surprise.
Huh?
Naomi spreads her arms wide and throws them around her sister, squeezing her tightly.
My little sister, I've missed you so much!
This is my time to run.
What?
Her face turns a slight shade of pink.
Get off me!
She struggles, but Naomi just latches even tighter and giggles. That sentence, the sentence itself was fine, but I got all sorts of messed up saying it.
Riri, you're just the cutest.
Riri.
I thought we agreed never to use that name again.
It is cute, though. Oh man, the embarrassing nicknames have started to appear. I hold back from grinning. Kaori struggles and fights even harder, but Naomi whirls her around so Kaori's back is facing me. She winks, motioning for me to go hide the gift. I make a quick dash for Kaori's bedroom and hide her present in my suitcase. Then I run back out to the living room. When I return, Naomi is still holding Kaori as tight as a vice. I have to Google that! I'm pretty sure it's with a C. Maybe it can be both. Maybe it can be both. I have certainly been wrong before. I'm just gonna Google V-I-S-E. Let's see. Oh snap, let's see. V-I-S-E, a metal tool with movable jaws. So now let's see if V-I-C-E is just like the sin kind of vice, because I thought it was both. Because what I'm thinking of is like a vice grip, and I was pretty sure that was spelled with a C. As a substitute for... Oh. It's the British spelling. V-I-C-E is the British spelling. Whoops. Okay, cool. So I take back what I said about the earlier vice, and now we've all learned something.
Let go of me!
Naomi smiles playfully, rubbing her cheek against Kaori like a snuggly kitten.
Nope, I'll never, ever, ever.
She glances up at me from over the top of Kaori's head.
On second thought, okay.
and abruptly releases her. Kaori yelps and trips. She catches herself at the last minute, whirling to face the twin.
What the heck was that?
Naomi laughs and shrugs.
I was just so overwhelmed with love and affection.
Yeah, couldn't you tell? Kaori huffs, brushing herself off. Naomi pouts.
How could you be so cold to your loving older sister?
That's not it at all.
Naomi pretends to sniffle. Luckily, Kaori's mom floats into the room, smiling brightly.
Lunch is ready.
Naomi instantly brightens up,
Ooh, I'm starving.
and her expression changes. Kaori glances at her suspiciously. And she seems to have forgotten entirely about my shopping bag, so that's good. Together, we head into the kitchen. Ayame and Kaori's father joins us for a delicious meal. Ayame and Naomi continue to tease Kaori. They seem to be enjoying sparking a rise out of her. Her mother is more focused on getting to know me, talking a million miles a minute. Kaori's father is more quiet, but he smiles and chimes in once in a while. After lunch, her father disappears into the garage. A few minutes later, he comes back hauling a giant crate. Kaori's mom beams.
Oh, thank you for getting that, dear.
What's the crate for? He grins back, a little pink in the face. What's that for? Yeah, exactly.
These are the rest of the decorations. We're about to set them up.
Cool.
Yes. It just wouldn't be Christmas without the decorations.
Kaori nods and stands up.
Start? Oh no, not you two.
What? Did I miss something? I don't understand what the Kaori nods and stands up. Start? Oh no, not you two. I'm just not sure what that means. She giggles and waves her hands.
You two can go and spend some time together.
The twins nod.
Yeah, we can handle this.
Oh, we don't mind helping.
And it would be spending time together, you know? Just the two. We could even tackle a task on our own.
Sure.
But the rest of the family protests. Or protests.
No! No!
Her father looks at the rest of his family in surprise, then chuckles. Before we can even begin to insist, Kaori's mom and sisters have started shoving us out of the kitchen.
Go be cute.
What? Hey!
The twins grab our coats and hats as they usher us out.
Just have a sweet and romantic time.
Yep, and romantic,
Why do you guys have to act so weird all the time?
Kaori has such an interesting family, doesn't she? But they're very supportive, I like that. I really do like the family so far. Before we can stop them, they've successfully handed us our coats and shoved us out of the front door. I grab Kaori's arm to keep her from slipping over a patch of ice on the stoop.
Wait a minute!
But her mother grins.
Have a lovely time, you two.
She winks and then slams the door.
Hey!
Kaori jiggles the handle, but it doesn't budge.
They locked us out!
She shivers, huddling closer to me, then lets out a loud sigh.
Well, now what do we do?
I look at the piles of snow around us and have an idea. We should make a snowman. Kaori looks thoughtfully at the snow, then nods.
I haven't done that since I was a kid. It could be fun.
There we go. Same.
How about we practice making one on our own first?
Sounds like a plan to me. Let's just introduce a little competition here. We kneel in the snow next to each other and get started. What kind of snowman should I make? Make a normal snowman, lewd snowman, or snow woman. Oh wait, does lewd snowman mean snow woman? Or is it just a lewd and, like, androgynous snowman? A creative and abstract master, just a normal snowman, yeah. You can't go wrong with a good old-fashioned snowman. I roll up a few snowballs of differing sizes and set them on top of each other. Ah yes, the most perfect average Joe I have ever seen. After a few minutes, Kaori stands up.
All done.
She smiles and looks over to me.
Hey, it looks good. Great job.
I grin. Thanks! Okay, let's see yours. Kaori steps to the side, revealing her snowman. It looks pretty standard, but a little more lopsided than average, with weird, uneven lumps.
What do you think?
Oh, she's actually, like, concerned about our view! Aww, that's so cute! Looks great. Her snowman looks a little off somehow, but I know whatever my hunch is, it wasn't Kaori's intention. I smile brighter. Looks awesome! She grins back.
Thanks.
We should make one together. With both of our talents combined, it'd look awesome.
Oh, good idea.
I mean, this was just a practice one. That was the intention, right? We spend time rolling up giant snowballs and placing them on top of each other. Kaori and I can't agree on the type of snowman we should make, so we decide to make every variation. What? The sun begins, like, as in we made more and more snowmen. Did we make an army of snowmen? The sun begins to dip low in the sky as we play in the snow. I roll a little snowball and sneakily chuck it at her. It hits her coat with a splat. Kaori retaliates by throwing a huge one at me. I duck, just barely managing to avoid it. Her laughter rings in the air as we have a snowball battle. After a short break, we get back on track and finish up our collaborated snowman. It's almost as tall as us. We find some sticks to use for arms and use some rocks for the eyes and smile. To finish it off, Kaori places her hat on its head and I wrap my scarf around its neck. Kaori grins and plants her hands on her hips.
It's perfect.
I share her grin. Yeah, it is. Suddenly, we hear the click of the front door. Kaori's mom stands in the doorway, beaming at us. Her mom loves to beam.
Hey, you two. Dinner is ready.
She spots our snowman and her eyes light up.
Oh, it's magnificent. You two make such a great team.
A grin spreads across my face. I cross my arms, blooming with pride. Thank you. She claps her hands together, her eyes glittering.
You two are already creating such beautiful things together.
She really wants me to bone her. Her eyes sparkle with wonder. Hey, if you guys haven't caught on just yet, by the way, this series is semi-mature. I just hope you were able to be aware of that. Like Ace Academy, you know, you can expect me to make some mature jokes here and there, and probably some questionable material in the game itself. Same with Crystalline, same with Kaori After Story. I hope you guys were already aware of that, but if not, well, you learned at the very end of, like, the second episode, so, hey, it's something. Her eyes sparkle with wonder.
If your snowman is as handsome, just imagine.
And the look of shock. Kaori's face flushes. I do think that's one of the bigger things that this version of sprites has over, like, you know, Ace Academy sprites. They can be a lot more varied with the expression and the poses and everything. Sure, they did have variation in Ace Academy sprites, but I do think that this allows for a larger spectrum of emotions to be shown.
Mom!
Even though I definitely, whenever I see that, I just think of Leanna, because that's what, she always did that. Leanna does that a lot. But, you still. That seems to snap her out of her daydream. Her mother lets out a slight laugh.
Oh, don't mind me. Oh, why don't you two come in from the cold?
Yeah, gladly. We go inside, stomping the snow off of our boots. We take off our jackets, instantly warmed by the nice and cozy house. A delicious aroma wafts from the kitchen. I follow Kaori to the dinner table, where her family is already seated in front of a modest spread of food. There's a salad, miso soup, rice, and fish. A familiar, simple Japanese meal. It really does feel comfortable here, like home. That's good. We sit down at the table and begin eating. The twins and their mother are talking about fashion, and Kaori chimes in every now and then with her thoughts. Their father listens quietly, but I can tell it's not a topic he's very interested in. I hadn't realized how hungry I was, but I ate everything on the plate. I guess making those snowmen was more work than I thought. Kaori's dad chuckles.
Looks like you worked up quite an appetite out there. Please, feel free to help yourself if you'd like more.
Thanks. Thanks. Just the way it was said was a little weird. I take him up on his offer and help myself to more food. We were making snowmen. He grins.
And how did Kairi's look?
Did you say Kairi? I hesitate and he laughs.
That sounds about right. Kairi's talented in many ways, but she always struggled in art.
Hey, I thought it looked great. Really? He nods.
When she was in preschool, she drew me a picture of an elephant, and I thought she made a hand turkey.
Oh no.
She was really upset when I couldn't guess what it was.
I do hate that.
Of course, I'm sure she's improved a lot since then.
I'm reminded of... Is Kaori not at the table with us? Because I feel like she would have interjected. I'm reminded of her snowman and grin to myself. That might be debatable. What else did she make you? Her father shares more stories about Kaori's childhood. He seems really excited to be able to talk about his daughter. I can tell that he cares for her a lot. Once we finish up dinner, we take a moment to relax and digest. Kaori glances at her sister, pouring herself a glass of something.
What's that?
So Kaori was there! Maybe she was just totally engaged in the other conversation and didn't hear, but I was expecting her to, like, you know, chime in. Naomi grins, sipping the drink.
My company gifted this to me. You should try it. It's good.
What is it? Kaori glances at the label of the bottle, but it's all written in a foreign language. It looks Danish or Dutch.
Seriously, it's good. Try it.
Ayame drinks from her own glass and nods.
Well, okay.
She pours a glass and downs the liquid in one gulp. Was that smart? Naomi's eyes glitter mischievously. Ayame smiles, but looks a little worried.
Be careful, Kaori. Don't overdo
I
it.
assume it's something alcoholic. Kaori lets out a breath and seems surprised.
It's not that bad.
She suddenly bounces with a high-pitched little hiccup. Everyone bursts out laughing.
Are you sure you can handle it?
Kaori nods confidently, picking up her glass again. Whatever that is, it must be strong. I take a whiff of the bottle and feel the sting in my nose. Definitely strong. As Kaori starts drinking again, her mother pours herself a glass. Ayame turns to me.
What about you? Do you want to try it?
Nah, I don't drink, and I made Riz Grestar in Ace Academy not drink, so I'm gonna not drink. I should not get drunk on my first day with the family. I'm good, but thanks anyway. Ayame nods. Kaori squints at me.
Your face is so blonde.
Kaori, it's been 15 seconds and you're wasted! I raise an eyebrow. What? She giggles.
You're so blonde.
I am pretty blonde, that's true. I'm getting a serious case of deja vu. Suddenly, she pulls me into a hug.
Oh my god! My blonde man has returned.
I never left, Kaori, sweetheart. I hadn't gone anywhere. I feel soft fingers running through my hair. Kaori sighs happily.
It's still so soft and fluffy.
Okay, maybe it's time. She squeals, nuzzling her cheek against mine before rubbing her face in my hair like a cat.
So soft.
I mean, I'm glad she cares, but I wonder if she has any strange fetishes I should know about. I feel like I should protest, but I kind of like this. I decide to let the girl enjoy the soft and fluffies. Kaori's mom glances over and unsuccessfully tries to keep her excitement at bay.
Let's let these two lovebirds spend some time together.
The girls nod in agreement, and her father glances at us, amusement in his eyes. The twins pull their parents out of their chairs and steer them towards the living room. Kaori takes another drink, then looks at me. What? She shakes her head.
Nothing.
But she continues to look at me. Do I have something on my face? She giggles and shakes her head again. She looks at me again, then smiles, as if she's reached a decision about something. She nods, determined, and drinks again. I'm not sure what's going on. She sits back in her chair, fanning herself.
Is it getting hot in here?
It's getting hot in here, too hot. Yeah. She starts tugging at her collar.
All of this needs to come on.
Okay, Kaori. Maybe slow down a little bit. What? Did I hear that right? Christmas coming early. Kaori, you're drunk. I should probably try to stop her. I feel like that's the gentleman thing to do. I laugh. Oh, Kaori, you are so drunk. As her hands reach for her shirt, though, I stop her. Maybe we don't want to do that.
No, I do. Why can't I?
A fox's smirk slides across her face.
Oh, is this getting you all hot and bothered?
I mean, like... What? Hot, bothered, ready for action? Yeah, I'm gonna let her have this one. My face burns. No! I mean, not that you aren't very, I'm just... She giggles as I struggle to find the words. Suddenly, I'm the one feeling really warm. Kaori wobbles up from her chair and sits next to me. She rests her head on my shoulder and vines her arms around my neck. Was she not sitting next to me before? Because she was, like, rubbing her face in my hair. Oh, hello there.
Hi.
She giggles and looks up at me. My breath catches in my throat as I gaze at her lips, so soft and sweet, teasing me. I yearn for a taste. Her face inches closer to me until she's a breath away. As I'm about to close the gap, she pulls back. What? I blink, stunned, confused, and left hanging. Kaori giggles again, watching my expression.
Valerie told me to do that.
Oh, Valerie! No wonder. This teasing seemed very out of character for Kaori. 2 Valeries is one too many. My jeans can't handle all this teasing because of my raging. Just be yourself. I'm gonna say just be yourself. You don't need to ask Valerie for advice. I like you just the way you are.
Aww.
She squeezes me in a hug before pulling away. Kaori's smile starts to fall as she lets out a loud yawn. Getting sleepy? She frowns.
No, I am wide awake.
You're very awake. I raise an eyebrow. Really? You're awake?
Yes.
Wide awake?
Yup.
Then do you care to explain why your head is on my shoulder? Kaori, who had been leaning on me, suddenly jerks back. She blinks rapidly before pinning her stare on me, squinting.
Why are there, like, 2 of you?
All the more to love you, Kaori. I smile and stand up, holding my arm around her waist. Let's get to bed. She lets out another loud yawn. As we head back to her room, we hear the others turn the TV off. They must be getting ready to go to bed soon, too. As soon as Kaori hits the mattress, she rolls over and cuddles a pillow. I plop down beside her, rubbing my eyes. With a full and warm belly, I have no trouble falling into a deep sleep. She becomes such a little girl when she's drunk. It's so weird. It's cute, but it's weird. Cue outro, go!